Have you ever started a job where you felt there was a great fit through the interview process and then quickly realized that things weren't what they seemed after you started? We covered what to expect in your resume review and how to handle behavior-based interview questions, and now we're discussing the final stage of the interview process. Now, not every company will have 3 defined steps, and these steps may be combined into all-in-one, but the last point for you to consider here is of the utmost importance. My name's Brent, I own the Vancouver Express Employment Professionals office, and we see ourselves as HR doctors. We're here to help businesses hire better and help job seekers better navigate the hiring process, ultimately bridging the gap. In our previous videos, we discussed 10 key steps to consider in your job search. We further discussed determining what you want, researching and doing pre-search, creating your resume, sending out applications, and now mastering the interview process. The key word to connect with here is process. As a job seeker, you need to understand that every company likely has some sort of process. Some companies have a loose, undefined process, while others will have a very detailed and defined one. No matter which process you end up coming up against, you need to understand that there are steps, questions, interviews, assessments, hoops, and hurdles of all sorts. Companies have built these processes as they often make a significant investment in a new hire and have also been burned by making bad hires through a lacking process. A bad hire, of course, negatively affects both you and the business, so it's either win-win or lose-lose. The reason I'm sharing this at this stage of the process is because you need to have your own process. You can and should jump through the hoops and crush the interviews, but before you consider or accept an offer, you need to make sure the job is 100% right for you. You're 100% in control of your path. You can choose to accept or decline, and accepting a position you know isn't, or where you didn't even know it wasn't a fit because you didn't ask critical questions, will negatively impact you. A mission and vision are critical for a business to succeed. You also should have a mission and vision of what you want to achieve. Now, not all companies have defined missions and visions, and if this is the case, you should take the opportunity at the end of the interview to learn more about what the first day, week, month, quarter, and year are going to look like for you. Do you fully understand the details of the job? You should also learn about what the company's plans are in the same time frame and what the long-term plans are for the business. Now, there's no right or wrong answers here. Some companies may be clearly defined and others may not be. What you need to figure out is what's important to you and what responses align or don't align. A company where they have a defined vision may not fit, whereas a company without one may result in an opportunity for you to contribute at a greater level. As shared in our previous videos, we have a 3-step interview process. When we reconnect for the 3rd interview, my goal is to cover 3 points. First, a deep dive into our vision and mission. Second, address any further concerns on my side or on the candidates. And 3, to discuss compensation packages, start dates, and anything relating to these 3 points that would hold either of us back from moving forward. You should also make sure that you cover these details if they aren't brought up. If you've discussed the vision for the business and you align with the mission, ask yourself if there's anything that would hold you back from joining. Is there anything that you don't know, or is there anything critically important for you to learn about to help you decide if the position is or isn't a fit? You are in control of your path, and you have to take charge if the door to asking these questions hasn't been opened for you by the company. Last is discussing the offers and terms. Now, discussing the terms of our offer is something that I bring up at all stages, and we're quite open and honest about our structure. And you should be too. If the company doesn't volunteer this info early, you're well within your right to bring it up. Now, I'm not saying that you should push for a full salary negotiation before the first interview is over, but you should make sure that both sides aren't wasting any time. In the final interview, it's time to finally get all the cards on the table and see what a fit truly looks like. Before receiving an offer, you should look to learn or discuss the vacation, illness, work from home or hybrid situation, benefits, salary increases, compensation reviews, and commission structure, if any. Everything should be out in the open with nothing to hide here. When I'm discussing these topics, I make it clear to the candidate that I'm not going to put an offer together without them fully knowing all the terms and what to expect, and I'm not going to waste either of our time putting an offer together that I know will never be accepted. We'll be putting our next video out that's dedicated specifically to the offer process, so stay tuned if you'd like more help here. But remember, every minute that you spend on your search, specifically on the areas that you can control, will always be time well spent. Thanks again for tuning in. If you'd like more info on Express, please visit our website, our Facebook, or our LinkedIn, which are all linked below, and feel free to reach out with a call, email, or text and ask us any questions about your job search or about a job with Express.